Hi, my name is Erwin. I'm a doctor based in the UK, and on this channel, we talk about how to help you lead a happier and more fulfilling life. Today, we're going to talk about my journey into medicine and my experience and insight from applying to UK medical schools. Medicine was an appealing choice to me because it's a rewarding career in so many ways. Some people even say that medicine is a calling. The reason I chose medicine is because as a doctor, you get a chance to meet interesting people, you never stop learning, and you use your knowledge and experience to make a positive impact in the life of someone. At school, I really enjoyed science and I was also good at it. So I considered the potential subjects I could study and the career options. And I was thinking about something that would be challenging, and this is where I thought about considering medicine. So I contemplated medicine and I was also thinking about engineering. As a young college student, I was hungry for something challenging and I decided to go for medicine. At this stage, I was not fully aware of the commitment that medicine would involve. I wasn't fully aware of what are the things that were going to unfold if I go down that route. Medicine is a highly competitive subject. Most people who apply to get into medicine don't get a place. When I was preparing my application, I didn't fully believe in myself and I had many self-doubts. I wasn't sure that I was good enough. I didn't know whether I was going to get into medical school. That goal seemed impossible to reach, and there were times when I thought whether this is a good thing for me to apply for medicine, whether I will get in, and I had a lot of self-doubts and questioned myself. I had a mentor who is a medical doctor who believed in myself more than I believe in myself. So he really helped me and actually gave me some guidance as to how to prepare my application. And he also shared with me his experience of applying to medicine and studying medicine. Talking to that mentor was inspiring and gave me a glimpse of what was possible. I had a fire in my belly and wanted to take massive action towards my goal. I knew it wasn't going to be easy and I did everything I could to give myself the best chance to get into med school. I started preparing for my application at least 2 years before submitting the application. The earlier the better. The subjects I studied at A-level had an impact on which universities I could apply to. I studied math, physics, and chemistry at A-level. As I didn't study biology at AS or A-level, my option for medical school in the UK was limited. I could only apply to universities that didn't require biology at AS or A-level. Getting top grade is a prerequisite to apply for undergraduate medicine. However, academic achievement is only one aspect of the selection process. Universities are looking for well-rounded, aspiring medical students who have traits and qualities to become a successful doctor. Medical schools encourage applicants to get relevant work experience. By doing so, the applicants can get an insight into the roles and responsibilities of a doctor. There are many ways to gain relevant work experience. This could be achieved by regular commitment, volunteering in a care home, a nursing home, a hospice, or you could be shadowing a healthcare professional in a hospital setting. I didn't have much experience related to medicine, so I had to look for opportunities to gain work experience. I talk about my interest to study medicine to people, and some people were able to put me in contact with other people who were able to help me to gain work experience. Among other things I did, I also went to a first aid course provided by Red Cross. I did a brief observership in obstetric and gynecology in a local hospital. Talking with other doctors during this observership gave me perspective, and I was able to learn more about their choice, what's the reason they wanted to study medicine, and what is life like as a doctor. Looking back, one thing I would have done differently would be to reflect on these events and discussion that I had and to write it down, because there are so many things that I have forgotten about. So one of the things that I would have done would be to reflect and create a log of the entries so that when it comes to writing my personal statement, it'll be much easier to get these stories and think about what were the thinking and emotions and impression that I had during the placement. This would have made things so easy to recall my impressions, my thoughts, and the discussions that I had during this observership. The personal statement is an important document that I spent a lot of time writing, revisiting, and changing things, because this is a document that the admission panel is going to look at and decide whether they want to invite you for an interview or not. Essentially, it's an opportunity to sell yourself to the admission team. A good personal statement communicates the motivation of an applicant. It also showcases the commitments and the qualities and traits of that person to go and become a great doctor. So it's very important to have anecdotes and stories to show these qualities, and because if you think about it, most of the candidates are going to be telling the same things, and the way you differentiate yourself from other people is to show your qualities through a story, and story is very powerful in doing so. A great personal statement would be when the admission team reads it and instantly want to invite that person for an interview because that person is interesting and stood out from the rest. Having someone else reading my personal statement was invaluable because I was able to gain perspective from other people and then revisit my personal statement. So there were things I cut out and there were things that I've added. So it's one of those things that helped improve the personal statement by revisiting it and gaining feedback from other people that I trust. I asked family members and teachers to read the personal statement and give me their feedback. I sat the UK CAT, which is now called UCAT, which is the University Clinical Aptitude Test. It is a test that medical schools use to assess the key skills of aspiring medical students. UCAT has 5 components: verbal reasoning, decision making, quantitative reasoning, abstract reasoning, and situational judgment. The UCAT score is a key factor in the selection process of some medical schools in the UK. I applied for medicine at 4 universities through UCAS: the University of Manchester, University of Southampton, Newcastle University, and Keele University. I was invited for an interview at Newcastle. I flew to the UK and attended the first interview. Although I prepared for the interview, I was nervous and the process of being interviewed was really daunting. There were 2 people on the interview panel and they asked me a bunch of questions. They asked me about my choice to study medicine and what was the reason I applied to Newcastle University. That interview made me realize that I didn't do enough research about the university and the course. Approximately a couple of months later, I got another interview from the University of Manchester. By the time I've already been back to Mauritius, and luckily that interview was held in Mauritius. I was much more prepared for the interview and less nervous. I was checking UCAS regularly to see whether there has been any decision on my applications. And one day I learned that I was rejected from Newcastle University. There were also 2 other rejections from Keele University and University of Southampton. So I had 3 rejections and 1 application pending from the University of Manchester. The rejections were very disappointing and I was 1 offer away from going into medical school. I almost lost faith as I waited for the response from the University of Manchester. I received a call one day. On the other end of the line was a lady from the admission team from Manchester Medical School. She announced to me that I got an offer to study medicine at University of Manchester. It was an incredible moment. I still remember that conversation like yesterday. Getting into medical school is just the start of this journey. It took patience, perseverance, hard work, and a lot of sacrifices to become a doctor. If you have watched this video until now, let me know what your thoughts are on a career in medicine. I'm curious to learn what you think. Let me know down in the comment section. Write down your thoughts, any comments or any suggestions. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you found this video useful, make sure you smash the like button. If you want to learn more about medicine, then I've got another video I'm sure you're going to get a lot of value from. This is a video where I talk about 5 reasons why you should not go into medicine. Click the video to watch it. Take care everybody. Bye bye.